Alright, welcome to FixedByDoc. And we're at Cows vs. Wild. And I'm going to show you the bow drill fire. And just to let you know, even expert professionals that could do the bow drill, and like I am very, very good at the bow drill, but you know, even experts have their bad days. So just because I am really good at the bow drill does not mean I will get it on the first try or second try or even the third try. And the greatest experts of bow drill fires will even tell you that it's not guaranteed on the first couple of tries. There's no guarantee with it ever. The humidity in the atmosphere are going to affect it, the rain, there's all kinds of factors that are going to affect it. But we're going to attempt it today, and hopefully we get it good. What I'm using is a cedar fireboard, and as you can see, I've done several bow drills with it already. We're going to use this notch here today, and for me it doesn't really matter what style of V-notch you put in it, as long as the V-notch is less than 1/3 the size of the diameter of the hole. That's all that really matters to me. This is a real nice thick cedar board, and this is an aspen spindle. So my absolute favorite wood for the fireboard is ironwood, but I don't have any ironwood, so my second favorite is cedar. My number one favorite wood for the spindle is aspen. If I can't find aspen, my second favorite is using the same exact wood that the fireboard is. So if all I have is cedar, then a cedar spindle on a cedar board would be perfect, or ironwood on ironwood would be perfect. But today I have a good combination of cedar and aspen, which is a really great combination. Underneath it, you could take a leaf or a piece of bark or something like that. Like I could use this piece of bark right here and place it underneath the cedar board to catch my coal. Or I could put a nice green leaf. But today I have my piece of leather that I carry with me because I use it for sharpening my knife, and I also use it for my coal catch or my friction fires. So I'm going to use that. For my bearing block, you can use anything from a block of wood with a hole cut in it, which if you do that, you need to take one end of your spindle and carve it to a sharp point. But in my case, I took a stainless steel teaspoon and I cut the handle off and then carved a divot into the handle of my knife and JB welded it to my Gerber knife. And so what I'm going to do is use my knife for the bearing block. Just the camera there. So you want to put your fireboard on top of your coal catch, in this case the leather. You have your your fire bow with your cordage on it. I'm using a piece of paracord on a curved stick, and put your spindle on the inside of the paracord, between the bow and the paracord, with the part that you want, the end that's going to eventually be facing down. You're going to start with it facing upwards, and you're going to kind of rotate it around like that, stick it in the hole, take your bearing block. Let's pull my pants leg up out of the way. So you take your bearing block, put it in your hand like this, with this portion of your wrist right up against your shin, so you have it nice and tight, and you can hold it straight up and down. And you want to do short strokes at first. You see it's going to pop off a couple of times, but you want to do short strokes at first just to get it spinning. Don't get frustrated if it pops off a couple of times, which it's going to do. And it happens all the time. No matter how good you are, it's going to happen. So you see, just after just a couple of strokes, you already get smoke. Now you can see I'm getting a pretty decent amount of smoke, but I want a nice big coal, so I'm just going to go a little bit longer. Okay, now you see it's still smoking. We got a nice big coal there. See that coal? It's just that easy. It just takes a few seconds once you get it spinning. Your Even though the spindle popped off a few times, doesn't really matter, does it? Just don't get frustrated. You toss on your bird nest. In this instance, I have jute twine mixed with some thistle. And there's your fire right there. Now you just, if you had your campfire all set and ready to go with your tiny little twigs and wood shavings to your little twigs and on up, you'd add this fire flame to your campfire pile and you'd light it right up. But there's your bow drill friction fire step by step. You saw, yeah, I do this all the time, and even for me, the spindle popped off 3 or 4 times in the beginning, but with a little dedication and diligence, still get a flame. So, just that easy. There you go. Any questions, anybody? Good?